welcome to another week of SFHS Today. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Emily.
Last Friday, Ray Gorin performed at SFHS during both academic times.
He is a 15-year-old rising jazz and blues singer who sang for us and answered some questions students had.
Also, during the concert, audience members had a chance to win Nitro Circus tickets and a Ray Gorin CD.
SFHS Media was proud to sponsor this event. Pictures of students with Ray can be found on our Facebook page, St. Francis Crier Newspaper.
Last Friday, October 23rd, up-and-coming artist Ray Gorin performed in the PAC and answered some questions.
You make it look like it's magic, 'cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused.
You know, it was kind of all a coincidence. I didn't know anybody. I was just a kid in my bedroom with a dude. Everything inspires me. I mean, the news inspires me, girls inspire me, experiences inspire me. Everything really, you know, everything can be inspiration, you know. It's an infinite amount of inspiration because life is one inspiring. You're always worth it, and you deserve it, the way you work it. Oh,
Wednesday was a big day for seniors.
They had the opportunity to go to the IMC and have a meeting with their counselors about qualifications for graduating.
Seniors also got a chance to talk to recruiters, research career options, apply to colleges, eat snacks, and win prizes.
Senior Day is a day when all seniors at St. Francis High School get an opportunity to come into the IMC, apply to college with help of college professionals. They meet with their counselors to make sure they're on track for graduation. They can meet with military reps. They get to celebrate their application. They get their picture taken. They can win prizes. So it's just a real fun, exciting day. Because it's a fun activity, and I think also we have some students that maybe haven't quite got to the application process or aren't sure how to do it. So by bringing them in here, they get the opportunity to have professional help and have somebody walk them through that application process. This is our third year doing Senior Day. We have participated in College Knowledge Month for 5 years total though. That's a great question. We have a lot of colleges that are waiving application fees. All the MINSCU schools, which are all the state 4-year and 2-year colleges, are waiving applications. There are several private colleges that are also waiving applications this week. The U of M has their Share My App program, so you can apply to the U of M Twin Cities campus and share your app with all the other 4 college campuses. And if students want a list of schools that are waiving application fees, they can come into the Career Center.
Next weekend on November 5th through the 7th, the fall play will be showing at 7 p.m. and on November 8th at 2 p.m.
This year's fall play is about an upper-class writer who goes undercover to live life as a minimum wage worker for 3 months. She quickly learns it's a lot harder than people think. Along the way, the audience gets to know all kinds of characters from every background. It's
based on the best-selling novel Nickel and Dimed. Let's go to Jordan, who got some more information also.
I am an endangered species.
The play is about how people get by with just working minimum wage jobs, which, spoiler alert, doesn't really work out. So it's just kind of all the ups and downs of only getting paid like $7 an hour and trying to get by with a family or friends or with a sickness.
Telling him to do something and he's never done it. So twerp like him made me swear I never worked for another chain. You give and you give and they take and they take. Now look at me. I only took this job because my boyfriend got killed. Oh my god, in a knife fight in a prison upstate. He was only in there for a DUI. I didn't sleep right for 3 months. And then I let his best friend move in to help out with the rent, and he's the reason I got this headache.
I'm the understudy of Holly.
Barbara times
Barbara to the 4th power.
So house and stage manager.
I'm the production stage manager.
backstage manager.
I'm stage right, backstage manager, and I also help my mom with props.
That's not how it was originally written.
It was originally written to be one person, but that one person never leaves stage. So it's interesting trying to like get our characters to all.
We all have to act out the same person. But
sometimes at the same exact time.
And so it's really hard to characterize, even because we all are different and we all have different acting styles.
I am an endangered species. I'll sing no victory song.
The play dates are November 5th through 8th, Thursday through Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $6 for students and seniors and $8 for adults.
On November 3rd at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, the St. Francis Multicultural Club and many other schools of Minnesota will be going to the We Day event.
More news about this will come next week when they go there and come share the experience with us.
Before we head to weather, Wednesday we saw the first snowfall of the school year. Reporters Ethan Skolquist and Cindy Sano spoke to new driver's ed teachers about several students who have been in accidents, to remind students to be cautious while driving.
One of the main objectives is how much your peers influence you into poor decisions, especially when you're a teenager. So I try to incorporate videos that show how peers influence other peers into poor decisions and try to put that into their head so they have that comprehension if that comes up to them, that they'll maybe remember watching that video where this could be a poor decision. And also making sure that the parents are included when it comes to safety, so that making sure they have discussions with their parents.
And we were driving north on Round Lake towards St. Francis, and there's that pond right there. And we're coming around that pond, and those cattails are real high. Couldn't see over them very well. And for some reason, I don't know, I lost focus of what was going on at the time. I must have just daydreamed off, and next thing I knew, my buddy in the passenger seat was yelling, "Stop, stop, stop, you need to stop." And I slammed on the brakes as hard as I could, and I didn't have enough room, so I tried to go around him, and there's no side road, it's just straight into the ditch, into the pond. And I tried to take that side around him and clipped his back end, hit his back right taillight and his back left tire, or back right tire, sorry, and popped that, and I clipped it, and it sent my car into rolling. I rolled twice, landed front side up in the ditch, in the road, like half. Airbags didn't go off. Luckily, my buddy and I were wearing seatbelts because we would have been ejected from that. There was cars backed up for miles just because that one accident. They had to tow my car off the road, and it was a mess. But luckily I was all right, and you know, someone was looking out for me, I guess.
That driving is a full-time job, that you need to be aware all the time.
Me and my friend Dave, he was driving. We were going past Turtle Run.
Down Bridge Street, and I got to Turtle Run, the guy pretty much turned right in front of me.
I broke my hip, my hand, my foot. I had to tear my spleen, 4 broken ribs.
I broke my knee and my left ankle.
It was Dave who was driving, me, I was in the passenger seat, and then the other driver.
It takes a little bit of time to get over. Afterwards I had glass all over me. I mean, that's the worst of my damages, and took a shower. But other than that, like, every once in a while when I'm driving, I'll think about it, and it scares me sometimes, like, to flashbacks of it.
Make sure you know what everybody else is doing around you, and be aware of the other drivers.
Just always be watching your turns, and just watch out for other people, because some people can drive bad drivers and stuff.
From what I've seen and the kids I've had in my class, I see them as very responsible, and I think that they'll do a good job as long as they have people giving them reminders and peers that are helping them to remind them to be safe when they're driving.
when you're driving with your friends and stuff, just try and focus on the road. I mean, their lives are in your hands, and pay attention. Like, really, that's all you need to do. If you're not paying attention, you're done.
Thanks for all that good information.
Stay tuned for the He Said, She Said, weather, the random question thing, fall fashion, and sports.
SFHS, this is Tim, and we're back with another segment on He Said, She Said. This time we're coming to you with some gun control laws.
And I'm Dylan Lossing.
I'm Tessa Lowe.
Alright. Now, first question. What is your guys' strongest opinion on gun control laws?
I think we should either have it be like a lot stricter because people, psychopaths, it's like way too easy if people get their hands on guns, or like in Europe they don't even have guns because they're not allowed, and there's a ton less gun violence. So I think that could help with some things.
I personally believe that we should have guns so that we can defend ourselves from our enemies and even our own government if needed, and that it's really already pretty safe to get guns, and that only people that are going to be illegally using their weapons are the only people that are getting guns really easily from people like selling them on the street or out of their trunk.
And then, do you guys think we should do background checks on people that buy weapons or use weapons?
Definitely.
And why?
I mean, if they have like a not clean record, they should definitely not be able to have a gun because they can be a danger to themselves and others.
Well, I think the background checks are necessary, but even if you're doing background checks, people are going to be getting guns illegally, like I said earlier, out of someone's trunk or on the street. Like, if you can't get a gun, they're still going to get a gun. It's like, you can't stop them from just buying guns.
Very true.
They're out on the streets.
And then, do you think there'd be more or less school shootings if we had more gun control laws?
Well, personally, I think that there should be more guns in the school, because, I mean, the people that are walking into schools right now shooting people up are like, no one in there has a gun. There might be one cop inside the school with a gun. But if you say a teacher in every department has a gun?
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of dangerous if the teachers had guns though, because students can get caught in the crossfire. And I just think schools should have higher security at the front doors. Like, there are schools that have high security at front doors and like, you cannot get a gun in it if you wanted to. I think that's a way better idea than giving all the teachers guns.
Well, a little more defense instead of offense.
Hey Saints, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Casey.
This Wednesday we got our first glimpse of snow and expect more on November 5th.
Today we have a high of 54 and a low of 40 with a 60% chance of rain.
On Saturday we have a high of 58 and Halloween night will be super chilly with a low of 39.
Sunday begins to warm up with a high of 62 and a low of 43.
That's all for this week, Saints.
And be safe out there on Halloween night. You don't want to get a pair of these bad boys on you.
Hey Saints, welcome to What's Hot and What's Not. I'm Hannah, and I'll be giving you the 4-in-1 on this season's fashion trends. Where each week, I'll be giving you fashion tips that will help take your wardrobe from drab to fab. So this week, your fashion tip is, as the temperature begins to shift, start using your warm colors. This means incorporating your browns, your tans, and your burgundies into your outfits. And not forgetting those colorful accents here and there. That's your fashion tip for this week. Enjoy your weekend, Saints.
It's the random question thing. Ding.
If you were stranded on an island and could only have one thing with you, what would it be?
Taylor Cars.
I'd bring a plane.
Probably a boat so I can get out of there.
I would bring a paperclip because I once watched this movie and this guy hopped on a plane and he once killed a person with a paperclip. And I feel as if you can kill a person with a paperclip, you can be able to kill an animal. So therefore I killed an animal I use his hide to use his blanket, and therefore I'd be able to live off the land. That food actually had to last me for quite a while. And then I don't know, I become like a guy from Castaway or something.
I would bring a beautiful woman for some companionship.
I'd have a cute little puppy for some companionship, some self-motivation, and if you ever get hungry, you got a little snack.
I would take a picture of Bo and Phelps because whenever my day gets a little dark, it would brighten it up.
I would bring Mason Abraham because he would protect me and we'd get off the island and not die.
My cat.
I'd have a volleyball, some Tom Hanks.
A hunky guy with a crossbow, a machete, and lots of outdoor survival skills.
I'd bring my Crocs. I would bring a horse because it would make it a tropical vacation.
My limited edition director's cut A Bug's Life VHS.
Hey Saints, I'm Keegan, and welcome to sports. The football team played Andover last Friday and suffered a tough loss 14-21, coming in second in the section. The Saints have made 2 consecutive runs in the section championship round. Girls volleyball played on Wednesday and lost for the score of 1-3. Girls hockey tryouts started this week. Cross country competed last Thursday and finished in the top half of the race. They ran at the section meet yesterday in Cloquet. Most of the boys' team finished with personal records. Brooke Dippin also finished with a personal record and is the only girl who has run cross country for 6 consecutive years. Before we leave today, here's some information on the Student Learning Center.
How does the study center work?
The study center usually has students that come down that are referred by other teachers. If a student is falling behind in a class, they might ask them to come down to the Student Learning Center to get some extra help on something, or if they're confused on a topic, or if they were absent and need to make up a test, then sometimes they are sent down to the Student Learning Center just so that they have the resource person there that can help them in case they're struggling a little bit.
I'm Mary Lundquist, and I have accessed the Student Learning Center for my students, as well as I've worked in there for 2 trimesters. The Student Learning Center is really meant to help students. If you're absent and you missed a test, or if you need help on something, or you just have questions, there's a math teacher, a science teacher, and a language arts teacher, and they're available to help you. The purpose of the Student Learning Center is to help students. It's not a bad place. It's not something that you should be afraid to go to. All students need help at some times for different reasons, and it's meant to be a resource to help anyone there. This trimester, our language arts teacher is Ms. Keenan, and so if you've ever had her before, if you haven't, she is able to help you with whatever you need. And if you have questions, it's your job then as a student to advocate for yourself and ask for help when you need to. Thank you.
Every day.
Every day, basically. What do you do?
Study.
Work on our
Work.
homework. Are there
Yeah, it's a great thing.
A little bit. Very.
I love it.
For sure, it's fun.
Fantastic.
Okay, how often do you go to the Student Learning Center?
I go every single day during late academic. A lot of times kids just like come there because it's just like a quiet place where they can actually get stuff done without any distractions. So it's a super good thing to help kids focus.
That's it this week for Sports Saints. Stay tuned and have a great weekend.